Welcome back to Jaeger Racing, and today we're going to be doing an upgrade on the lower control arms and the tie rod ends of the Mustang. So as all of you know, we've been doing a lot of suspension upgrades on the Mustang. Some of the stuff we've done so far are the field coilovers, the white line sway bars, and miscellaneous bushings. And now we're going to move to some lower control arms, some front lower control arms, and some tie rod ends. This is to correct the geometry in the front end as we lower the car. Basically, we're just looking to make this car handle as best as we possibly can in a mechanical format before we move maybe to some aero components. Overall, this is going to be a pretty simple install, removing the old, putting in the new. The fun part is always getting the alignment done afterwards. So one thing we've kind of been sitting at right now is trying to determine what we're going to actually leave the car at in terms of camber adjustment, so on and so forth. I kind of been liking the little over 3.5 degrees of negative camber in the front so far. It's been doing the car pretty well, but I need to get out and do some more testing. So now we're going to get these components on the car and go out and do one real good test with these components on the car. I can't wait. The car's been handling better and better every time. Obviously, just like anything else, I'm not made of money, so I've actually been using the same exact tire every time we go out, so obviously that tire is degrading, but yet we've still been seeing incremental increases and basically getting that time down lower and lower at each point. Overall, I really have to say I've been loving the Mustang. It really has the power, it has the handling capability, and it's just a fun overall car. You don't have to do too much to it. I've really done just very basic bolt-ons and simple additions to the car, and it's definitely made the car exponentially more fun to drive and more fun at the track, and really hasn't hurt the drivability on the street. Little things here and there, you know, that you have to deal with. It is a long chassis, so when you go over speed bumps, when you lower the car, stuff like that. But overall, it really didn't hurt the dynamics of the car in either category. And that's what I really wanted, was a car that could overall be very good at both. Obviously, like we all understand, if you want to be the best track car, you have to give up roadworthiness. If you want to be the best daily driver, you have to give up track orientatedness. That's a word. So at the end of the day, we're trying to balance this out, which means it's never going to be the best at both. But it's going to be the best at what I want it to be, and it'll be the car that I want to build. Alright guys, let's get installing and let's see how this goes. So here's what we're looking at to start. You got all the stock components, and we're going to be changing out this, and this. Nice they put this little deflector so you can get some air into your brakes there. So quite a nice little piece there. Alright, we got the first one out. It's a little bit more difficult, being the fact that I can barely use my left arm, being I have like a rotator cuff something and something in my other, you know, whatever. But we're getting it. So now all we gotta do is replace that one, get the other one off, which is a super big pain, and then we'll be getting closer. Alright, we got both new arms, new lower arms in. That rear one was a little bit more fun than the front. And once we tighten those up, then I'll tackle the tie rod end. So now we're going to move on to the tie rod end, which then gets replaced with this shiny little guy. Some major assumptions here. This is going to go up into this, and then this now gets threaded on into here, and then we space this accordingly. Alright, after a lot of fun, you know, ball joints coming out, always a good time. We got all three pieces installed on both sides. Now comes a really fun part where I actually have to align the car. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that, but something we got to do. Make sure that we get the most out of all the parts that we just installed, and basically make it so we don't ruin our front tires in a 5-minute drive. So, alright guys, next time you see it, it'll be on track. Alright, I got all the parts installed from Steeda, and let me say, one of the first things that I really noticed was the better drivability just on the street. Just hitting bumps instead of the steering wheel being ripped out of your hand. That the kit overall definitely made a huge difference in just the general drivability. As you can see now, I'm driving on track and getting to really test this kit out. Overall, definitely satisfied with the overall handling of the car. Tons of fun. And you'll get to see more of that in a coming video about the GTA finals and everything that I got to do at Buttonwillow. So I hope you enjoy, and wait for some more track footage coming your way.